Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with Darktober 2017. Darktober is a game jam that happens in October, and you're challenged to make a story-based game with a dark theme. This year's Darktober specific theme was Ghost Story. I'm playing all of the games that run into this jam for about a minute each. Links to the individual games in the description, about 10 per video, so if you'd like to check them out further, please do so. All my info will also be in the description, so you can check me out on social media and whatnot. And this video is brought to you in part by the lovely people on Patreon who support me each month so I can continue to record so many awesome indie games and game jams. If you like what I do, consider supporting me. Alright, next. We're playing Possession? What the? Who? Hello? Where am I? What's happened? It's so dark. I don't know what's happened. Move towards the light using WASD keys. I can't get any closer though. Okay. You do actually have to use WASD as opposed to using arrow keys. They just change your view. Is this my house? It looks so different. Change your perspective. Okay, with arrow keys. It's so dark. I feel like we need to stay on this path, but I'm not sure. You can kind of walk into the house, right? Okay. What in the world? Who is this person? Oh, but they've got a lovely voice. Huh. I don't know what's going on with these people. I need to get out of my house. I think you died and it's not your house. Alright, can I possess the TV? No. Mother, calm, child, no. Father, sleeping. I don't think we're going to be able to wake up the father. I think what we're going to have to do is scare the baby. Where's the baby? Because if we scare the baby will cry and that'll wake up the other parents, right? I don't hear the child anymore, though. I find this whole, like, looking through for perspective thing difficult. F. I'm literally a flying toaster. Where's the mom? I'm gonna kill her. I'll put it in the bathtub. Uh-oh. It brought it back. I thought if I accidentally just dropped there. Fair. It's a very interesting idea. Next. We're playing Whatshername. Oh, there we go. Start. Of all the people who have made their way into my life, I've never really considered anybody a real friend. I've had people who thought we were friends, but it's only ever been a one-way street. People have promised me things in the past, and the promises seem to dissipate with time. Anytime I've put my trust in someone else, I've only found myself disappointed with the end result. What I've never understood about people is why they commit to obligations they have no intention of fulfilling. If I order a steak dinner, I eat the steak dinner. I don't nibble on the potatoes and pick at the salad. If I wanted to nibble on potatoes and pick at the salad, I would have ordered a nibble of potatoes and a leaf of lettuce, and not even bothered trying to convince myself I was hungry for a steak dinner. I apply the same principle to any relationship, creative endeavor, or lifelong pursuit. The worst thing about people who live their lives in such a way is that they don't consider the cattle who lost its entire existence to be on their plate. Time and time again, I've learned this lesson the hard way. No matter how many times people let me down, for some reason, I'm still counting on them. There's no one to blame but myself. I'd like to blame the others, but I should have known better every time. They're just being themselves, a conglomerate waste of space, filling others' heads with empty promises. All these lessons I've repeatedly learned, but somehow still end up here. Surely there are some people, though, that act like you. I hate it when people are flaky and when they do things like that, they change their minds. But there's people that don't. About a month ago, I started hanging out with 3 other girls that I met in my English class. The strange thing about my English class is that it's more of a ghost haunting class than an English class. The professor assigns us writing and reading assignments, the same as any other would, but all the context is themed around the paranormal and the unexplained. The professor assigned members of the class to a group project where we were required to investigate a local paranormal legend. When the other girls learned I was an English major, they deemed me the writer of the group. I wasn't thrilled about working with them, but I didn't really have a choice as nobody else in the class even acknowledged my existence. I was never interested in the paranormal, but the 3 girls were overly enthusiastic about the course's content and the group assignment. Sasha was the most enthusiastic about the trip. She was also the most vocal of the group. She claimed there was an endless amount of spooky possibilities and was really excited to take pictures with her camera. Kiki was always disagreeing with Sasha. The thing that stuck with me about Kiki is that she wanted to exaggerate the truth before we even knew what it was. She wanted to fabricate a story so that our project could be more memorable than anyone else's. Emily was the quietest of the 3, but she also seemed to be the most intelligent. She was also an English major, yet somehow had no desire to do any of the writing. It didn't make much sense to me how she fit into the group, and she seemed to want to be there less than I, even less than me. None of them seemed to take notice of anything I said. Sounds like no fun. We all agreed to go to look into a local legend known as the Mist Road. Supposedly stories of the road involved unexplained disappearances, a half-man, half-deer, a ghost dog that roams the forest, and a witch that preys on unsuspected hikers. I looked into it, and none of the rumors appeared to have much validity. I reluctantly agreed to go along, mostly because I had no better suggestions. We had planned to all go together late one night, just after sunset. I hadn't been home too long before I heard from them. Trash. I really need to pick up after myself better. I'd care more if I've had guests. Book. It's a book I need for my English class. Stephen King's on writing. Stephen King's. I'm not sure why I even hold this up. Kitchen. Hey, we're going to the road right now. You know how to get there, right? I thought you guys were picking me up. We're almost there now. Text me when you're near. I don't know why I was surprised. I expected something from a person, and they let me down, like always. I blame myself for even considering those girls cared about me. I blame myself again for agreeing to team up with them. I wanted to abandon them the same way they did to me, but I can't afford to fail the class. I hate group projects. It's a pretty sad game. It kind of looks quite deep into the way this main character thinks. I find it very interesting. They have such negative looks on stuff. I don't know. Next. We're playing with Pith and Pumpkins. Day 1, can't go wrong. Alright, so basically, we need to get these glowy things. You're a glowy thing. You're a glowy thing. I want all of you. I'll follow glowing orbs and guide them to the pumpkin. And then the pumpkin will grow. Okay. So basically, we just want to make the best pumpkins. Because we're this little pumpkin head guy. 1 pumpkin successfully harvested. Look at how big it is compared to us. Alright, day 2. Some bad with a good. Oh, spirits. Evil spirits will wither our pumpkin. I don't want that. Oh no. Pumpkin's on its side as well. I'm trying to stay away from evil spirits. Look, I even have cheeks. This is adorable. Let's see if we can grab these without the spirit. No, that spirit's quite fast. No, and it brings it all the way back to like 0. What a challenging little game. Next, we're playing OSK. Oscar 2024. Tip. The kitsune, a fox spirit in the Japanese culture, is suffering a breathing illness because of the atmosphere pollution. In the last attempt to save its life, he needs to possess a young girl called Kumiko, the only person who knows the forest enough to find a magical plant, the ethereal fischels. I probably am saying this all wrong. In exchange, he promises her the eternal protection of her soul. The Kitsutsuki takes place and the adventure begins. Okay. Hi there, you have to find you have to find is letters, items to save Kitsune. Oh, okay. Letter items. Got some letters. Here's a letter. Take you. Can we grab you? There we go. That doesn't look like fun. I'm avoiding. I don't really know how to fight you. And I've also fallen. Maybe it's click to shoot. It is click to shoot. Okay. This is quite complicated. Because WASD doesn't work, except D goes forward. But this is A, S, and W. Spacebar to jump. Arrow keys to move. But also you need to use your mouse to click. I don't have this many hands. Alright. This is a lot of letters that we'll need. It's a cool platformer though. Next. We're playing Bound Below. Okay. No remorse. Watching, waiting. I know why you're here. I imagined it would be pointless to tell you to turn back. If you suffer a fatal wound, I can puppeteer your corpse to allow you to continue. However, the pain may eventually become too much to bear. Okay. Teach me not to dream. There's titles and the story to this is very interesting. I don't think I can go in there yet. Ooh. So we're like killing them. It's in the blood, is the name of this. They go so much faster when I'm like down on their level. Or maybe it's just random. Okay. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. I like the reason why it's restarting. It's a cool idea. Look at that. Killed both of them together. Okay. Oh, I need to go up anyway. Okay. Oh. Next. We're playing Something in the Mist. Mission briefing. Hail soldier, you're in a high-risk operation. As a soldier, you have to clean up the sector and live as much as you can. How long will you survive? How long you survive, more sectors will be unlocked. Now tell me your name and get ready to battle. Private name. Oh, okay, I have to type that. Jupiter. Cool. Alright, now just letting it load, I suppose. Okay, zone 1. Oh, so that we can't go that way. Okay. Bad. just appear from the ground. I want to go towards the drop. Okay, we got 1. 3. Okay. Where are the other drops? All of you need to die? Ah, so I didn't see you there. Oh, and we can't get up the bridge. Okay. No worries, I didn't want to go there anyway. Nobody can actually go beyond here either. Not like the limits. Maybe I need to take this drop back to that like main bar I was by. I think he was where. Oh, we got another supply crate. Okay, there's just no more arrows to tell us. Graphics in here are really nice. Next. We're playing signed contract. Okay, sign and accept. Sure. I don't know what the terms were. Wet the contract so you can rip it. Okay. Is the contract back this way? Do we even have the contract? Oh. We just became a ghost. Give me that contract. I don't know if we made it. I'm not sure if the contract was supposed to be this way. I can't actually make it through that tree. Can I like grab it? Was I meant to bring the water up there? Lots of questions, lots of questions. I'm gonna wait just a couple of seconds until I'm a human, because humans can lift stuff. Okay. Does that work? Can I rip it now? Yeah, I guess that counts. Alright, good. Now we're a ghost, which means that we can fly through this tree. There's a couple of water buckets. I don't really see any contracts, though. It's kind of interesting trying to figure out what we can walk on and what we so clearly can't walk on. Are we meant to bring all of these water buckets back to the start? Because there's a lot of water buckets, and we also are a ghost. I don't know. Ghosts can't lift water buckets. Next. We're playing Anthophobia. I probably said it right. Thank you for taking care of this plant for us. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem to like having people look at it. So move around with arrow keys and keep an eye on the plant every once in a while. Alright. Was that the plant? Okay. Don't look at the plant too much. Hello, plant. Oh, it got bigger. Okay. Let's run away from it for a bit. Explore, maybe. It's like a window over here. Ooh, water. It's like a window over here, so maybe we can... Ooh, look at eggplant. Why are you doing so well? I feel like I need to whisper, or the plant might hear me. And not be happy with me. Oh, hi. Wow, you're so beautiful. Oh, I ran into it. I guess you can't run into it or anything. I kind of just wanted to touch it. That's kind of interesting, just being in a maze where a plant sometimes grows but doesn't always grow. Huh. Next. We're playing Spooky-Kun. Dice to move, avoid kids with bright lights. Wish it. What does that say? Light up houses. Visit light up houses for candy. Visit them all to get to restock. I'm gonna choose a ghost with a little bow. So we want to go trick-or-treating. What's wrong, Spooky-chan? I want to go trick-or-treating, but all the kids would get spooked. Hey, Pops, can Spooky-chan and I go trick-or-treating? Yeah, sure, son. We can go trick-or-treating because we look like a kid in a costume. Oh, don't go near bright lights. Okay. Thank you for the candy. You have candy? You don't have candy. Your highest light isn't on. This one's got candy though. Bad apple though. Oh no. There's another house. Let's get to that one. One on each side actually. Ah. Cool. This is a super cute game, just graphically. Getting lots of candy for little ghost. Is someone dressed as a ghost? Oh, there's a lot of people dressed as a ghost. Go around here. Cool. Next. We're playing Futility. Ghosts are phantoms of guilt. They are like shadows, inseparable. They'll follow you everywhere. That's because they are a part of you. They have grown into what they are now by feeding on your darkness. The waning goodness in you waxes the darkness in them. You'd see black cats haunting you. You will just find them walled up in the tombs you built. The psychiatrist's austere yet pensive voice reverberated the room. I thought about that for some time. Guilt, that wretched yet inevitable emotion, one that, at the most of times, created by us, the servants of the dark savant. I had always hated the dark, old savant with his twisted grey beard arching in a way into a wretch coat. I can read, I swear. I'd always hated that dark old savant with his twisted grey beards arching into a wretched cone of coldness like an icicle. Once, when I saw a boy being chased by a bully, I believed that I could stand up for something, but one step and the wind began to move. The cold, dark, dense wind raised my arms, and I heard footsteps, and then I tried to ignore the footsteps, but now the footsteps were really close. The dropple effects signified that. I could not but feel a little bump in my so-called hardy heart. I felt a cold breath upon me, and I felt a burning freeze, and I desperately looked back to see the source of horror, and to the utter horror of me, an old man with hideous green eyes, stooping like a vulture's neck, gleaming, cast a cold and evil stare upon me. I couldn't move. He slowly laid his hands upon me, and I was left in a trance. I didn't shudder, didn't shiver, didn't break a sweat. The man had an arcing forehead with wrinkles, created mountains in his forehead, and he slowly glanced through my frail body and said, "You can't." The old man had left by now. I slowly came to my senses. Who was he? Through my eyes flashed that green stare. It created cold stalagmites in my mind. I slowly walked towards home, believing I could forget all this nonsense. Then I saw the boy, who I saw, running away from the bully, crying. His mother was consoling him now. The bully would surely have hurt him. I ignored all that and walked into the cold. Darkness is really cold, isn't it? Ooh, sorry, I scrolled up the page, and I didn't mean to. "Hey, Shep, what do you think of now?" the austere, frowning face in front of me asked. I heard that question. I thought about what I should say. My mind journeyed through all the possible answers. I thought of a better choice. Then my eyes hooked onto the room. The green of the room reminded me of something else. The room was just a plain cabin fit for a normal psychiatrist. It was painted a pale, lemony green. Green soothes the mind. That's the psychology of painting rooms green. At least the rooms would be green if nothing else outside is green. And the green denotes progress with values like truth. Are you lost in thought? Can you please tell me what you thought of now? Nothing special, just some old memories, I replied. Never consider memories as some stupid flashbacks. They are the keys to one's inner psyche and secrets. Even the most insignificant parts in them could be clues. Can you just explain what you thought of now? He asked me. Never say lies to the barista and doctor. That's what Proverbs say. That's what my previous introspection said, and especially to a man who treats the ailment of the mind, lies could create distortion. I made my mind about telling the whole bully incident, and I just saw the darkness trickling into the room. Babysitting, not my kind of job really, first time. I thought myself a wimp caring for a little kid. The kid would do better than that. Oh, I am so tense. When Miss Smith told me about gaining some pocket money, oh gosh, I freaked out. At least some dreams are going to be on the right lane. You know, she told me about all the adolescent stuff, being self-sufficient, morally upright, stubborn, in his ideals kind of things. all I felt was tandem. Weird, isn't it? Advice can be really tiresome, even if they are valuable. It's a really interesting story. It kind of jumps around a lot in this character's memory, but it's well written. Next.